Brazilian, trying to finish Misha.
She's got the choke.
It is all over! AmandaNunes is the first female Brazilian
Amanda Nunes, once hailed as the greatest female fighter in UFC history, now finds herself at a crossroads. At 37, the Lioness is grappling with challenges that extend far beyond the Octagon. From post-retirement struggles to lingering health issues, her journey has taken unexpected and very human turns. This is the story of Amanda Nunes' life after glory. If you love deep dives into the lives of your favorite athletes, the triumphs, the challenges, and everything in between, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a story. Now, let's take a closer look at Amanda's remarkable journey and where life has led her today. The rise of a champion. Amanda Nunes was born on May 30th, 1988, in the small town of Pojuca, Bahia, Brazil. Raised by her mother, Ivete, alongside two older sisters, life wasn't easy. Her father left the family when Amanda was just 4 years old. But even from a young age, Nunes showed a natural fighting spirit. Her early athletic dreams revolved around soccer, like many kids in Brazil. But at age 5, Amanda was introduced to capoeira, a Brazilian martial art that blends dance and combat. That first taste of martial arts sparked something inside her. As a teenager, she transitioned into boxing, then Brazilian jiu-jitsu and judo. Her talent was undeniable. Amanda eventually earned a black belt in BJJ and a brown belt in judo, all while sharpening her striking skills. In 2008, at just 19 years old, Nunes made her professional MMA debut. Though she lost that first fight, it was only the beginning. She learned, adapted, and came back stronger, a trait that would define her entire career. By 2013, Nunes was signed by the UFC, and within a few short years, she had clawed her way to the top of the women's bantamweight division. Her true breakout moment came in 2016, when she defeated Miesha Tate via first-round submission to win her first UFC title. Then, in an iconic performance, Nunes destroyed former champion Ronda Rousey in just 48 seconds, announcing her arrival as MMA's new queen. But Amanda didn't stop there. In 2018, she moved up to featherweight to face the feared Chris Cyborg. Many thought Amanda was outmatched. Instead, she knocked Cyborg out in 51 seconds, becoming the first woman in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes simultaneously. Over the next several years, Nunes dominated everyone in her path. Valentina Shevchenko, Holly Holm, Germaine de Randamie, Felicia Spencer, Megan Anderson. By the time she retired in 2023, Amanda held an astonishing record of 23 wins and 5 losses with 17 finishes. She had racked up more UFC title fight wins than any other female fighter in history. Her dominance earned her a well-deserved induction into the UFC Hall of Fame's class of 2025. Her rise had been meteoric, but as we're about to see, life outside the cage brought new and unexpected challenges. The fight outside the cage. As Amanda's reign continued into her mid-30s, the years of wear and tear began to catch up with her. Though still at the top of her game, Amanda quietly began dealing with serious health issues, most notably nerve damage in her legs. She explained in interviews, "I cannot kick as much anymore. My legs have nerve damage from over the years. So, things are starting to get harder for me." For a fighter who built much of her style around fluid movement and devastating kicks, this was a massive red flag. The physical toll became impossible to ignore. In June 2023, after successfully defending her bantamweight title against Irene Aldana at UFC 289, Amanda shocked the MMA world by announcing her retirement. In an emotional moment, she left her gloves in the Octagon, signaling the end of an era. But while the decision made sense physically, it triggered a whole new battle. The mental and emotional fight that so many retired athletes face. At first, Amanda thought retirement would bring peace, but soon, the structure and purpose that had defined her life were gone. She began experiencing intense anxiety and feelings of emptiness. In her own words, "I literally thought I'd be able to do something, but after a year, everything started getting bad. I started having anxiety. I always had a hard time with everything. My life was without a schedule. I needed to do something, so I started training, but for what? I cannot train and not have a goal in my life." This is an experience many fighters, and professional athletes in general, can relate to. The identity that comes with being a world champion is difficult to replace. The adrenaline rush, the discipline of training camps, the thrill of competition. When those things disappear, the void can be crushing. Still, Amanda tried to stay connected to the sport. Alongside her wife, fellow MMA fighter Nunes, she runs the Lioness Studio in Florida, a gym where she coaches young fighters. Passing her knowledge to the next generation has brought her some purpose, but the hunger to compete still flickers. Recently, Amanda hinted at the possibility of a comeback, specifically mentioning that she'd like to face the winner of Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison at UFC 316. Fans were thrilled by the news, but questions remain. Could Amanda's body hold up for another grueling fight camp? Would the nerve damage limit her tools? The reality is, her legacy is already secure. But as many champions know, walking away completely is never easy. The itch to compete, to prove oneself again, is hard to silence. Her legacy and what comes next. No matter what Amanda decides, whether she returns to the cage or remains retired, her place in MMA history is already set in stone. She is, without a doubt, the greatest female fighter the sport has ever seen. Her record, her highlight reel knockouts, her list of legendary opponents, no one can question what she accomplished. Beyond the Octagon, AmandaNunes has become a global ambassador for women's MMA and a trailblazer for athletes from Brazil and around the world. Her story has inspired countless young fighters, showing that greatness is built through perseverance, humility, and grit. Financially, Amanda is in a strong position. Her career earnings, estimated around $8.3 million, combined with sponsorships, gym revenue, and potential future media opportunities, have provided her with security. She remains one of the highest-paid female fighters in UFC history. But, as Amanda herself has admitted, money doesn't shield anyone from the emotional weight of retirement. Her honest discussions about battling anxiety after stepping away from the sport have opened up an important conversation in MMA circles. How do we support champions after the spotlight fades? Of course, Amanda's personal life has also drawn plenty of attention. She and her wife, fellow MMA fighter Nunes, have become one of the sport's most visible power couples. Together, they raise their daughter, Reagan, born in 2020, who Amanda often describes as her greatest joy. But life in the public eye is never without its share of rumors. In recent years, there was speculation online about potential tension in Amanda and Nina's relationship, fueled by vague social media posts and fan gossip. Some even wondered if Amanda's sudden retirement was related to personal issues at home. However, both Amanda and Nina have repeatedly dismissed such rumors, showing a united front. They've continued to post family updates, celebrate milestones together, and work side by side at the Lioness Studio in Florida. For Amanda, family remains a grounding force, especially during this uncertain chapter of her life. Meanwhile, Other fans have speculated about Amanda's next move beyond fighting. There have been whispers of possible TV commentary gigs, brand partnerships, and even documentary projects about her legendary career. And of course, her cryptic hints about a potential return, possibly against the winner of Pena versus Harrison, have reignited debate among MMA fans. Could the Lioness truly come back for one last hunt? Whatever Amanda chooses next, one thing is clear. Her influence continues to grow. Young fighters study her technique. Coaches cite her body punching and fight IQ. Her journey, from a small town in Brazil to the pinnacle of combat sports, remains one of MMA's greatest stories. And through it all, the triumphs, the personal struggles, the resilience, Amanda Nunes stands as a true champion, not just in the cage, but in life. If you found this video interesting, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What's your favorite Amanda Nunes moment? Do you think she should come back for one more fight? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and never forget to honor the athletes who gave everything for their sport.